At 7:45 a.m, my kids are already logging into BJU Press video lessons while I sip my coffee and prep lunch. Let me show you exactly how that happens. So if you click this video, you probably want to know 3 things. What does a real homeschool day with BJU Press actually look like? Is it as bright, structured and hands-off for parents as it seems? And is this program really worth academically and spiritually? Well, you're in the right place. I've used BJU Press as our main homeschool curriculum for 4 years. And today we're walking you through a real life, honest, not Pinterest perfect day using it. And yes, I'll spill the good, the bad, and the surprisingly hilarious. Spoiler alert, there are string beans involved. Let's get into it. Now, if you've ever dreamed of sipping coffee while your child actually does school, this is for you. If you've also dreamed of finishing school before lunch, pour yourself another cup. Every morning after breakfast and Bible time, which includes a bit of prayer and coffee for us, my son Luke, he's 7 and in grade 2, is ready to go. By 7:45, he's got his laptop open and is already working through his first subject of the day, usually math, because, like me, he'd rather get the hard stuff out of the way early. We're talking conquer the multiplication mountain before 9 a.m. type vibe. The beauty of BJU Press is that the teacher-led video lessons do all the instructing. Seriously, the teacher says, open your workbook to page X and do this section. Remember to do your work to the glory of God. And they're off. And I'm over here making another cup of coffee, pretending I have it all together. And with this curriculum, I don't have to say anything unless I want to, which, let's be real, some days I don't want to. By 11 a.m, we're totally packed up, table cleared, and ready to either head to a cafe, go swimming, or talk about Luke's very important succulent business. You can click the card up here if you want to know how much this 7-year-old made in his last succulent sale. So, how independent is BJU Press really? Well, Luke, 97%. I'm not kidding. If it were any more independent, he'd be writing his own curriculum and offering me a teacher evaluation. He watches the videos, pauses when he's told, and finishes the workbook pages. I might jump in for 10% if I'm feeling energetic, or if I'm out of coffee and want to delay folding the laundry. Even Penny, who's 5 and in kindergarten, just needs me to set her up with manipulatives and the video and she's good to go. Sometimes she'll ask a question like, they're very silly. Look, they've written this P next to this 8, but it's all back to front. Honestly, it's hard to argue with that sort of logic when you're 5 and you're doing math before breakfast. And while that moment gave me a giggle, Penny, she doesn't ask that many questions at all. Once she's set up, she's off, focused and independent as well. And the books, I really like that the books are colourful and full of fun facts. As an Aussie, I had to laugh when Luke came running to tell me that he'd learnt about kangaroos from his American curriculum. Now, what happens if somebody's having a rough day? Well, we just stop. Sometimes we finish early at 10 o'clock and go out to celebrate a milestone, like when Luke finished all of his math for the whole year in term 2. Yep, we were the only people celebrating division with a muffin at the cafe. So what if I don't want to be the teacher today? Congratulations, you've just found your people. Also, BJU Press gets even better after grade 3, when the system starts grading everything for you. Until then, I grab my trusty red pen and the answer key from the Homeschool Hub. And no, you don't have to be a math whiz, just a can spot the right answer type. Grading tests takes me maybe 5 minutes a week, tops, and most of that's me saying, high five mate, you've just got another 100%. And then I'll text a photo to dad because yeah, we celebrate academic wins like they're Olympic medals. Also, if your child does not love learning from you, don't worry, it's mutual some days. Then the video teachers are your best friends. Calm, structured, and no mum voice frustration. You keep your sanity and they keep their dignity. Now you might be asking, but how do you know if they're actually learning anything? Here's the wild part. Luke loves tests. Like he actually asks, can I do a test today, Mom? He beams when he gets 100%, parades around, and yes, we go out to celebrate with a hot chocolate. He even skipped the final chapter of his math textbook, went straight to the test, nailed it, full marks. Now, my rule is simple. If you get over 80%, then you can skip the material. You know, the practice, the busy work stuff. If it's under 80%, then back to the workbook we go for some more practice. But that's rare because the structure in BJU Press actually helps the kids to build integrity so they're not skipping stuff that they need to be doing. They're doing the stuff they need to be doing even when no one's watching. Not just for grades, but for the glory of God. I love that I'm not chasing them down saying, "Did you do your math?" Because they're already internalizing discipline. And that's a win in every homeschool parent's book. And since we're talking wins, if you're sitting there thinking, this sounds suspiciously doable, then let's just pause there for a sec. You may be thinking, this might actually work for us. I've linked the BJU Press package down in the description box below so you can get this curriculum that is going to work for your family. It's an affiliate link, and so when you use it, you help support this channel. So a big thank you for that. And of course, if you found this helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe for more homeschool tips and a few homeschool laughs as well. And now let's talk about the part of BJU Press that makes my eyes light up. All that color and charm. Honestly, my eyes love to see it, and so does my child. Let's dive into the reading and enrichment. And of course, that leads to a common question. Are the reading books really that good? Yes. And not just Pinterest-worthy pretty. I'm talking actual joy-sparking literature. BJU Press actually hires real trained artists who design the visuals to perfectly match and flow with the text. Everything feels cohesive, intentional, and genuinely enjoyable to look at, which, let's be honest, makes a big difference when your kid is flipping through a reading book at 8 a.m. At the moment, Luke's obsessed with Frog and Toad and Amelia Bedelia. He was in stitches when she actually strung the beans together with real string. I mean, who needs a comedy when you've got vintage children's lit, right? If I'm honest though, reading isn't always one of Luke's favourite subjects. But he's progressing steadily and probably faster than if I were teaching him. Let's just say that we both prefer the video teacher. And there's no emotional baggage when she corrects him. Penny? Well, Penny's basically a BJU Press mascot. She loves everything and might ask to do extra lessons just for fun. She did 3 today, for example, a week's worth done. I don't know where she gets the passion, motivation, and sheer drive. Must be her dad. And speaking of things that make me genuinely happy as a Christian homeschool mum, every subject ties back to scripture, missionaries, and real life application. I'm not just teaching academics, I'm reinforcing the gospel all through the school day. And that's something no test score can measure. Of course, even with something like BJU Press, it's easy to feel overwhelmed sometimes. And that's why I created the Homeschool Parenting Program. It helps you build a routine, simplify your day, and homeschool with more peace of mind. I'll link it below so you can check it out. Now you've seen how we use BJU Press in our home, but is it popular enough to be one of the best Christian homeschool curriculums according to the online Christian forums? I asked over 100 Christian homeschool mums what they actually use and what they would avoid using, and I made a video about it ranking all of their choices. So if you're wondering how BJU Press stacks up, click the video on your screen right now.